Today I'm going to show you how to pick the right carburetor for any motorcycle. I'll start by giving this reference sheet that I made, which I'll refer back to later. The biggest factor is the size of the carburetor's venturi in relation to the cylinder displacement. So it doesn't matter how big the engine is overall, only how big each cylinder is. For example, a 250cc single-cylinder engine needs a larger carburetor than this 1000cc six-cylinder engine because it only has about 175 cc's per cylinder. So in this way, the 250 is actually bigger. This also means that the carburetor size doesn't need to change if you use more or less of them. With this CBX, you could have one carburetor feeding 6 cylinders, a pair of carburetors feeding 3 cylinders each, or 6 carburetors feeding all cylinders individually. Either way, the carb should be around 28 millimeters. This is because the cylinders take turns pulling air through the carburetors, so it's all the same if they share a carb or get their own. As an example, my custom build here has a 650cc total displacement, but since it has 2 cylinders, I cut that in half to 325 cc's. And since I won't be modifying the valve timing or doing any other headwork to increase flow, I chose a single 34mm carburetor, specifically this high-flowing TM Mikuni flat slide. You want to err on the small side of these ranges for street riding to get more low and mid-range performance like I did here, but you can go a little bigger for racing applications where high RPM horsepower is the priority. So now you should have a good idea of how to calculate the size of carb for your bike. But as for dialing them in, well, that's for another video. I hope this helps, and ride safe.